There's a bottle of water sitting in your house right now. It might be in the kitchen, maybe on a nightstand. You pass by it every day without a second thought. But what if that one bottle, ordinary, quiet, unnoticed, was meant to stand somewhere else? And what if putting it in the right place could help shift how money, peace, and opportunity show up in your life? This isn't a superstition. It's not about luck, rituals, or trying to control things we can't. It's about placement, about how we arrange the spaces we live in, and how those spaces, in turn, shape what we feel, what we believe, and what we allow into our lives. In many homes, especially as we age, we keep things tidy, functional, familiar. But sometimes that familiarity can quietly become routine. And routine can start to feel like stuckness, not because we're doing anything wrong, but because the space around us has stopped speaking to our deeper needs. The energy feels still. The days feel repetitive. The finances, they trickle in but never quite build. Something's off, but we can't name it. That's where the bottle comes in, not as a cure, not as magic, but as a nudge, a small visual shift that speaks to something larger. Water is movement, it's clarity, it's nourishment, and in the right corner of your home, it becomes a reminder that you're allowed to receive, that life can still surprise you, that money can flow toward you, not just away. So no, this isn't about changing your life overnight, but it might just change how your home holds you, and that changes everything. Let's begin. Part 1, water isn't just for drinking, it carries wealth energy. We grow up thinking of water as something practical. We cook with it, we clean with it, we drink it without a second thought. In the background of daily life, it's just there, running from the tap, filling a glass, disappearing down the drain. But what if that same water, clear, silent, taken for granted, was actually trying to speak to us? Because water is never still. Even when it looks motionless in a bowl or bottle, it's shifting, evaporating, vibrating at a molecular level. And the spaces we live in, they notice, they absorb. Every home carries an invisible rhythm, an emotional temperature, a financial atmosphere, a kind of unspoken permission. Permission to expand, to rest, to receive, or sometimes, without meaning to push things away. Now think about this. When was the last time your home felt like it was welcoming abundance? Not just money in the bank, but openness, ease, small good things finding their way in almost effortlessly. If you're like most women I know, especially those who have raised families, managed careers, or simply held a household together for years, you've mastered the art of giving, of doing more with less, of making things stretch. But the receiving, that part, gets quieter. And slowly, the space around us begins to reflect that silence. This is where water comes back into the picture. Because water isn't just a liquid, it's a message. In nearly every tradition, water symbolizes movement, emotion, spiritual flow, even wealth. And not wealth in a flashy, external way, but wealth as in what nourishes, what fills you, what helps things grow. That's why stagnant water, like a leaky faucet or a glass that's been sitting too long, feels uncomfortable. It doesn't just look off, it is off. And your body knows it even if your brain doesn't say it out loud. Now imagine the opposite. Clean, clear water placed intentionally in a quiet corner of your home, not because you're thirsty, but because your space is. Because your home is asking to feel alive again. And in that moment, water stops being a utility and becomes a partner, a symbol, a trigger for a new kind of energy flow. Let's pause here, not to explain theory or quote ancient books, but just to ask something real. Has your home felt stuck lately? Have your finances felt slow? Do opportunities seem to pass by other people but not knock on your door? If so, it's not your fault, and it's not because you're unlucky. Sometimes it's just because nothing in your home is holding space for abundance. No object, no corner, no whisper that says, yes, you're still allowed to receive. That's what the bottle of water does. That's all it does. It holds space. Quietly, patiently. It doesn't demand anything. It doesn't look magical. But every time you see it, without even realizing, you remember something inside you that's been waiting to be remembered. That wealth is not something we chase. It's something we let return. If the door is open, if the space is ready. And yes, there's science here too. You may have heard of studies where water exposed to music, prayer, or loving words changed structure, formed crystals, reflected beauty. Whether you believe in that or not doesn't matter. What matters is the feeling it stirs. The knowing that even something as simple as water can carry meaning, can hold memory, can be affected by intention. Because the truth is, we all affect our homes. Our thoughts linger in the walls. Our habits shape the energy of each room. And sometimes a tiny shift, a bottle placed with intention, a sentence whispered into the air, can gently begin to rewrite what that space believes about us. Is it safe to expand here? Is it safe to let more in? That's the silent question, and water is the silent answer. Now let's be clear, this isn't about superstition. It's not about pretending a bottle of water will bring you lottery money or fix everything overnight. It won't. But it might do something quieter and more powerful. It might invite flow where there's been stagnation. It might invite softness where things have felt tight. It might, just might, start reminding you every day that wealth is not only about money. It's about direction, about what's coming toward you, not just what's being held together out of habit or fear. And here's something else. When you choose to place that bottle of water to actually prepare it, you're not just changing a corner of your house. You're changing your relationship with your space. You're saying, I see you, I'm ready to receive again. I'm still here, open, present, deserving. And that message doesn't just stay in the walls, it echoes back. It shows up in how you speak, how you plan, even how others respond to you. So yes, you could call it symbolic. You could call it spiritual. You could call it a habit, a signal, a prayer, a practice. It doesn't really matter what name you give it. What matters is how it makes you feel, and more importantly, how it makes you remember to feel. Because water isn't just for drinking, it's for nourishing what hasn't bloomed in a while. It's for softening the places that got too rigid. It's for reminding you gently, quietly, that you still have room for more. More peace, more ease, more clarity, more flow, and yes, more wealth. Part 2, how to turn an ordinary bottle into a wealth anchor. It doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to sparkle or cost anything more than a cup of coffee. In fact, the more ordinary it is, the better. Because what makes the bottle powerful, what transforms it from a simple object into a quiet invitation for abundance, isn't how it looks, it's how you use it, and more importantly, why you place it. Start with something you already have. A clear glass bottle, one you typically overlook. No logos, no distractions, just something clean, simple, and open. Because that's what this is about, creating space. Not just physical space, but space for energy to shift, for your focus to soften, for your home to breathe in a new direction. Rinse it gently. Let the water run through it slowly. You're not washing dirt, you're rinsing out the noise, the mental clutter, the energy of just another thing on the shelf. Then, fill it with water you drink. Filtered, cool, clear, nothing cloudy, nothing tired. You're choosing clarity in a world that so often feels murky. And that choice matters more than you think. Now here's the part most people skip. Before you place it, you speak into it. Not out loud if that feels strange, but from a grounded place inside. You tell the bottle what it's there to do, not as a command, but as a reminder to yourself. Maybe it's something like, I'm ready to let abundance return to me now. Or, I am no longer holding my breath around money. Or simply, I am open. Write that down, a sentence that feels honest, not grand, not dramatic, but something real. Tape it to the bottom of the bottle or slip it beneath it. It doesn't matter if no one else sees it. What matters is you see it, even just for a second each day, even just in passing, because repetition is how the mind remembers, and remembering is how the mind shifts. Place the bottle in your hands one last time before setting it down. Not like it's sacred, just like it's yours, because it is. It holds your breath, your attention, your willingness to try. That makes it more than a bottle. That makes it an anchor, a physical place in your home where your intention lives, a container for energy that's been waiting to land somewhere. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, how often have you walked through your house focused on what's unfinished, what's broken, what needs cleaning, fixing, paying, folding? We all do it. We walk by the mess and the mind instantly starts tightening. But when you walk past this, you don't tighten, you remember, something softens, and that's the shift that changes everything, not the object, but what it does to your nervous system. And here's where the emotional part comes in. Most women, especially those over 50, have spent decades carrying the weight of practicality, making sure the bills are paid, the food is on the table, the home is in order, and it becomes automatic to focus on output, on doing. This bottle doesn't ask you to do anything. It reminds you that being still, open, receptive is just as powerful, just as worthy. That's why you don't fill it to the top. You leave a little room. That space is symbolic. It says, there's still more to come. I don't need to be full to be enough. It's a pause in a culture that praises busyness. It's a soft statement in a world that always asks for more. And it's yours, entirely. Now, to be clear, this isn't about attracting money by thinking happy thoughts. This is not a trick. This is about alignment. A daily practice of allowing yourself to live in a space that reflects what you're quietly ready for, because homes are mirrors. And when you change one small thing, when you place even a bottle with a clear purpose, you start noticing other things too. What else needs clearing? What corner feels heavy? What habit is out of sync with the woman you've become? The bottle doesn't fix those things, but it gently opens the door for you to see them, to shift them, to do it with ease, not shame, and that's what makes it powerful. There's something dignified about an object that asks nothing of you, yet gives you everything it can. A moment of calm, a breath of clarity, a new story to carry into your day. When you pass by it in the morning, it doesn't speak, but it feels like it could. And that presence, subtle, consistent, alive, is what starts to anchor new energy into your home. So go ahead. Take a bottle you already have, clean it with care, fill it with clarity, speak something kind into it. Place it somewhere that feels intentional, even if no one else knows why. Let it sit, let it reflect. Let it remind you day after day that you are allowed to stop bracing, that not everything has to be effort. That wealth, real, soul-deep wealth, comes not only from hard work, but from harmony. Because the truth is, a bottle like this doesn't create change. You do, but it holds space for that change to root. And sometimes that's all we really need. Part 3, where should it go to actually work? 1. Southeast corner of the living room where financial roots grow. There's a corner in your home that carries more weight than you think. You've walked past it 100 times. Maybe there's a lamp there. Maybe a chair no one really sits in. Maybe it's just space, quiet, forgettable. But what if that exact corner is where your financial roots are meant to grow? In every home, there are places where energy settles. Just like sunlight hits certain parts of a room and not others, the flow of opportunity, ease, and expansion tends to pool in specific directions. And for generations, through ancient spatial wisdom, architecture, and intuition, the southeast corner has quietly been known as the sector of growth. Not just any growth, but financial, personal, and creative expansion. This is the space where seeds of abundance are most likely to take root, if we know how to care for it. Now, don't worry. You don't need to believe in traditions you've never studied. You don't need to memorize charts or practice rituals. All you need to know is this: your home is alive. It responds to how you treat it. And the southeast corner of your living room is like the financial heart of that living body. It's not magic, it's design. And design, when done with awareness, changes everything. So why a bottle of water here? Because water is what nourishes roots. It's what allows anything, plants, plans, or potential, to soften, expand, and grow. Think about it. No tree thrives in dry soil. No idea blossoms in a hard, tight space. When you place a bottle of water here, you're not decorating. You're feeding. You're sending a clear message to your home. This is where my prosperity begins. I'm choosing to nurture it gently, patiently, and every single day. To find this corner, stand at the center of your living room. Use the compass on your phone. Turn slowly. The southeast direction might surprise you. It could be behind your TV, next to a bookshelf, or tucked between two windows. It doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be obvious. What matters is that you know it's there, that you turn your attention to it, and with it, your energy. Now here's where the shift begins. Clear that corner first, not with the pressure of perfection, but with the tenderness of preparation. Remove what's broken, dust what's dull. Let go of things that no longer speak to who you are today. Then place your prepared bottle of water there, not centered, not staged, but settled. Like a root resting in soft soil, like an intention that no longer needs to shout. And if you want to go further, add a small plant beside it, something easy to care for, a money tree, a ZZ plant, a simple fern. Plants, like people, thrive when they are seen and watered. And together the bottle and the plant begin to echo each other. Water nourishing life, life inviting wealth. This pairing isn't aesthetic, it's symbolic. It says, I believe something new can grow here. Now let's talk feeling. What changes when you do this? At first, maybe nothing. Maybe it just looks like a clear bottle and a green plant. But over time, something softer begins to stir. You walk past that corner and you don't feel rushed. You feel rooted. The space no longer absorbs stress. It absorbs purpose. You begin to notice how your energy shifts in that room, how conversations flow more easily, how light lingers longer, how your thoughts begin to unclench. And slowly, the shifts extend beyond the room. A phone call with good news, an invoice paid earlier than expected, a small opportunity you almost missed but didn't. These aren't miracles, they are responses. They're what happen when your internal state begins to align with what your space is silently affirming. You're ready for more. Because here's the truth, most of us don't block prosperity with our mindset. We block it with unconscious habits. We ignore corners. We let energy settle where it should move. We forget to leave room for anything new. And sometimes all it takes to change that is one small act of remembrance. A bottle, a plant, a pause. And in that pause, something profound happens. The space starts to support you again, not just functionally, but energetically, emotionally, quietly. And that support, that's what grows roots. That's what turns a quiet corner into a living part of your financial story. A space you don't walk past anymore, a space that walks with you. So if you've ever felt like your money was trying to grow but kept stalling, if you've worked, tried, hoped, and still felt like something was missing, maybe it wasn't effort you lacked. Maybe it was nourishment. Maybe your financial roots were waiting for a little water, for a little space, for you to remember that wealth isn't a chase. It's a tending, a listening, a placement, and maybe that placement begins right in the southeast corner of your own living room. 2, left side of the main door when looking out where energy walks in. Every home has a moment, the one when you step through the front door and everything changes. Your shoulders drop, the air feels different. The outside world stays behind you. Whether it's after a long drive, a hard day, or a quiet walk, that moment is more than just physical entry. It's emotional, energetic, invisible but undeniable. Your front door isn't just a passageway, it's a threshold, a mouth through which your home breathes. And just like we pay attention to what comes into our bodies through the mouth, we should care just as deeply about what enters our home through that doorway. Now pause for a second and think about this. When you walk into your house, what's the first thing you see to the left? Not as you face the door, but as you walk in, look to your left. That corner, that table, that wall, that small spot just beside the entrance, that is one of the most energetically sensitive areas in your entire home. Why? Because it's the first to receive what walks in. Not just you, but your energy, your mindset, your mood, and yes, your opportunities. That small area on the left isn't just a design feature. It's a filter, a translator. It tells the rest of your home what kind of day you've had. It whispers whether you're feeling open or guarded. It quietly suggests whether good things are allowed to settle here or if they should keep walking. So what happens when that space is cluttered? Piled high with shoes, unopened mail, jackets, bags, cords, distractions. The answer isn't aesthetic, it's emotional. That space begins to say, this home is full, this home is busy, this home is surviving, not receiving. And without realizing it, we train ourselves to brace as we enter. We walk in and we tighten. We move fast. We don't exhale. The threshold becomes a tunnel. And flow gets stuck at the door. That's where the bottle comes in. Placing your water anchor on the left side of your main door when facing out isn't just about activating something. It's about welcoming. It turns that overlooked spot into a soft landing. A reminder. A gentle guardian that says, leave the heaviness here. Bring the good things in. And it works not because it's mystical, but because it shifts your relationship to your own space. You don't need a large table. You don't need a shrine. All you need is a clean, steady spot. Maybe it's a narrow console, maybe a floating shelf. Maybe even a wooden box turned sideways. The key is intentional placement, not perfection. The bottle should feel like it belongs there, not because it matches the decor, but because it speaks to the function of that corner, to filter what comes in, to bless the entry point, to say to your subconscious, this home allows in what serves and leaves behind what doesn't. Now let's take it deeper. You can place a small note beneath the bottle, something no one else sees, a sentence that feels like a whisper only your house will hear. Maybe it says, let good things come in fully, or I am safe to receive, or even just welcome home. That note doesn't perform magic, but it adjusts your energy even in half-second glances, and day after day that adjustment builds into something real, tangible, transformative. You'll begin to notice the shift, not in fireworks, but in softness. Maybe the room feels a little lighter when you step in. Maybe you don't carry your stress as far inside. Maybe visitors comment on how peaceful it feels, how open your entryway seems, even if nothing dramatic has changed. That's the power of cues, of choosing what your space reflects back to you. And that little bottle, quietly resting to the left, becomes part of your home's first sentence each time the door swings open. Now, let's not ignore the emotional weight of doorways. For many women, especially women who have spent years building homes, keeping routines, and doing what needs to be done, the front door isn't just about entry, it's about return. And sometimes we return with exhaustion, with disappointment, with days that didn't go the way we planned. That bottle, it doesn't fix any of that, but it becomes the first thing that sees you. And in that, there's healing. Because when something, anything, in your home is placed for you, not just by default or design, you begin to remember that your presence matters here, that energy listens, that your home doesn't just hold your body, it holds your becoming, and the bottle becomes part of that story. A symbol, a stillness, a boundary, and a welcome. So go to your front door, open it slowly. Walk through like you're watching yourself from the outside. Turn left. What do you see? What do you feel? Is that space inviting? Is it clean? Is it forgotten? Whatever it is, you now have the power to change its tone. Not with money, not with effort, but with meaning, with placement, with care. And if that's not the most beautiful definition of wealth, a home that remembers you, welcomes you, and clears the way for new things to arrive, then maybe we've been defining wealth too narrowly all along. 3. Front left corner of your work desk, the income engine. Your desk is more than a surface. It's where ideas begin, where effort turns into action. It's where you sit with your coffee in the morning, where you check your calendar, write your lists, answer messages, make decisions. And even if you no longer work full-time, even if that desk is now used more for bills, for planning vacations, for catching up with a friend on email, it still holds power. Because every time you sit there, you're stepping into a space that connects your thoughts to the outside world, and that makes it sacred. But here's the part most people never think about. Your desk isn't neutral, it reflects something. It holds energy, and it sends messages back to you. If your desk is cluttered, it says, there's too much. If it's bare, it says, nothing is moving. But if it's alive, if it holds just the right kind of reminder, it can quietly become your income engine. Not by magic, not by superstition, but by creating a gentle daily signal that says, I'm open, I'm clear, I'm valuable, and I'm allowed to receive. So let's go straight to it. The front left corner of your desk, when you're seated and facing forward, is often called the wealth or abundance corner in energy-centered design. But let's forget labels. What matters is how it functions. It's the first place your eyes land when you start working, the spot your body orients toward naturally. And that makes it a prime location to place your bottle of water. Not because of tradition, but because of attention. Where your attention goes, your energy follows. And where your energy is consistent, your results begin to shift. That bottle, placed quietly in the front left corner of your desk, doesn't need to do anything loud. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't buzz, but it reminds. It reminds you that the work you do, no matter how small it seems, has value. It reminds you that money isn't just about spreadsheets and effort, it's about flow, about movement, about clarity. And every glance you give that bottle, every moment you see it in your peripheral vision, is a whisper to your subconscious. My work matters, my ideas grow, I'm allowed to earn with ease. Now let's make it real. Choose a small, clean glass bottle. Nothing oversized. You don't want clutter, you want presence. Fill it with clear, filtered water. Refresh it every few days. If the bottle ever looks tired, dusty, forgotten, tend to it like you would tend to your mindset. Not with pressure, but with kindness. With a simple, let's begin again. Write a small affirmation just for this space, something work-related, something that aligns with what you want to feel, not just what you want to earn. Maybe, each idea I share brings value. Or, money flows to me through clarity and trust. Or even, I welcome support in all forms. Tape it discreetly under the bottle. It's not for others, it's for you. For that quiet part of your mind that listens more deeply than words. And then place it. No ritual, no drama, just a moment of intention, just enough presence to say, this space reflects my worth, this corner is aligned with growth. And from there, something subtle starts to shift. You may begin to feel a little more focused when you sit down, or a little less anxious. You may notice fewer distractions, or at least more awareness of them. And as the days go by, you'll likely find yourself making choices with a touch more confidence. Saying yes to a small opportunity, finally responding to that message, launching something you've been putting off. And the result, it may be modest at first, but it feels aligned. That's the real return on investment here. Alignment, flow, a daily experience of work that doesn't drain you but reflects you. For women especially those who have spent decades multitasking, holding households together, balancing career and care, there's something revolutionary about placing a symbol of wealth on your own desk. Not your partner's, not the family budget binder. Yours, that act alone says, my work still matters, my clarity still leads to income, my energy is still part of this world's economy. And this isn't about chasing hustle, it's about inviting harmony. A well-placed bottle of water doesn't push, it steadies, it grounds, it tells you, you don't have to force, you just have to flow. That's how wealth grows, not in anxiety, but in intention, not in rushing, but in rhythm. So tomorrow morning, as you sit down with your tea, as the light starts to change across the room, let your eyes fall gently on that front left corner. Let the bottle be there, clear, calm, waiting. And in that second, let it say to you without a word, you're ready. This is your space. Let it begin. Because the real wealth, it doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in how you treat your time, your ideas, your desk. And a simple bottle of water, when placed with care, can become the most powerful business partner you never expected. Part 4, when a bottle becomes a quiet gatekeeper. It's just a bottle. That's what most people will see. Clear glass, still water, a handwritten note no one ever reads. It doesn't buzz, it doesn't glow, it doesn't demand attention. But day after day it stands there in the corner of your living room beside the front door or quietly holding its place on your desk. Not moving, not changing, just being. And in that stillness, it begins to do something most of us forget is even possible. It listens. Not with ears, but with presence, not to your words, but to your patterns. It watches you walk past every morning, keys in hand, thoughts scattered, moving fast. It sees you come home in the evening, tired, carrying groceries, maybe carrying worry too. It doesn't judge. It doesn't try to fix anything. It just reflects. And in that reflection, something begins to soften. Because the bottle isn't really about water. It's about awareness. It's about the decision to place something in your home on purpose, not by accident. And in a world where so much of what we do is rushed, reactive, automatic, that one act of choosing where a bottle belongs can feel revolutionary. You've drawn a line. You've said, this space means something now. You've given shape to intention, and your home responds. Over time, the bottle becomes something more than decorative. It becomes a threshold, not between rooms, but between states of being, between rushing and returning, between forgetting and remembering, between tightening your shoulders and finally letting them drop. It doesn't need to say anything out loud. Its silence is the message. You're here now, let the rest go. And this is where the transformation begins, not in the bottle itself, but in what it calls forward from you. Suddenly, you pause before stepping out the door. You take a breath when you sit at your desk. You start noticing what your home has been trying to tell you for years, that it's always been listening. that it's been holding you, waiting for you to stop and see. And in the presence of that bottle, you finally do. This is how a small object becomes a gatekeeper, not by force, not by control, but by creating a consistent, grounded place for energy to shift. You don't need to know how energy works to feel when something in your house is off. And you don't need complex systems to begin restoring that balance. Sometimes you just need one clear signal, one symbol that says, "This is where clarity begins. This is where flow returns." Think of it this way: every time you look at the bottle, even for half a second, you're reminded that your home is not just a backdrop, it's a partner. And when you treat it that way, when you place something with care, it reflects care back. That moment might not feel big, but it is big because it shifts the rhythm of your space. It quiets the noise. It makes room for good things to come in, not because you begged for them, but because you prepared for them. And that preparation, that's what most people miss. We hope, we wish, we wait, but we rarely prepare. We rarely say, "I'm making room now, so when the good arrives, it knows where to land." That bottle is your way of making room without needing to rearrange your whole life, without needing to explain it to anyone else. It's private, quiet, but powerful. Now here's the part that no one tells you: the bottle doesn't just hold water, it holds you. It holds your decision to shift, your willingness to believe again, your courage to slow down, to feel, to open. And every time you pass it, that courage gets stronger. Not louder, stronger, like roots deepening underground, invisible but undeniable. Over time, that bottle becomes something sacred. You don't think of it as just a bottle anymore. You begin to feel it like an old friend, like a steady witness. It might seem silly to someone else, but to you, it's the one thing in your home that never needs you to perform, never needs you to prove. It just sits there reminding you, you're enough, you're safe, and you're allowed to receive. And what you receive doesn't always come in dollar amounts or flashy results. Sometimes it shows up as ease, as clarity, as a phone call at just the right time, as a small check in the mail, as a peaceful morning, as laughter in a room that used to feel heavy. These aren't coincidences, they are openings. Openings created by the quiet commitment to make space for better. So yes, it's just a bottle, but it's also a gate, a threshold, a mirror, a companion, a symbol of your choice to stop waiting for change to knock on your door and instead to invite it in. Because sometimes the most powerful shifts don't come from doing more. They come from doing one thing with full attention and letting that one thing change everything else. And maybe that's what this bottle has been waiting for all along. So maybe after all this, you'll look at your home a little differently. Not as a structure to manage, not as a checklist of rooms, but as something alive, something that listens, that mirrors your energy back to you in 1,000 quiet ways. And maybe, just maybe, one small bottle of water placed with care becomes the moment you stop surviving your space and start partnering with it. Because what we've done here isn't about superstition. It's about creating a home that reflects the life you still want. It's about movement, not chaos, flow, not force, quiet intention, not noisy effort. When we place that bottle, we're not calling in magic, we're anchoring presence. We're choosing to stop walking past ourselves and to begin again with softness, with permission, with belief. Your living room, your entryway, your desk. These are not just places where things happen. They are places that hold identity, habit, possibility. And when we mark them subtly with a gesture of clarity, the results ripple in ways no one can fully predict. Not overnight, not all at once, but steadily, gently, like water finding its way into dry soil. I want to thank you for being here, for staying with me through each corner, each image, each quiet truth we uncovered together. If it touched something in you, even a little, then I hope you'll carry that feeling into the next room you walk into the next small act you do with presence, into the next moment you remember, I deserve a home that speaks to who I am now, not just who I've been. And wherever this finds you today, whether your house feels peaceful or heavy or somewhere in between, I hope you give yourself the gift of one gentle shift, one placement, one bottle of water that simply says, I am open to what's next. Because maybe what's next is already on its way, and maybe now, your home is finally ready to receive it. Thank you for being here. May your space hold you kindly. And may your path ahead be soft, open, and filled with quiet, beautiful flow.